Bill Weaver, and I'm on a drug with the Yanki and the Brit. It's Country Saturday night. Tonight, our guest is Jordan Mogey. Wait till you hear this guy, man.
Yeah, his music.
Playing his music here awesome. Up until the hour. You get to the top of the hour, he'll be here to join us. Going to be very cool. This guy's got some awesome tunage. And hello
to Nightcrawler in the chat room. He says he wants to hear "Roll On Mississippi" by Charlie Pride. He hasn't heard it in maybe 20 years.
He does.
He does. He said, "How old of country can we request?" I was like, "Bring it. Tell me what you want."
Of course. Ask and you shall receive.
Yes. Charlie Pride with Roll On Mississippi for Nightcrawler in the chat room.
That would be him. How you doing, buddy? Everything all right over there?
Hey.
Should certainly hope so. All right. All we need is some music. We'd have it made. Roll on, Mississippi. Charlie Pride.
Good evening, Saturday night. It's a Country Saturday night with our guest at the top of the hour, Jordan Mogey. Who did you say he looks like? I think he looks like David Tennant from Doctor Who. You know when David Tennant stood outside his TARDIS and he's looking at the oobs and
looking at the what? The boobs.
The oobs. I think they're called the oobs. I can't remember now. Why have I forgot?
You should see your face when you say that. Oobs.
But anyway, he stood outside the TARDIS and he's just kind of looking all guilt-ridden. Anyway, that's the kind of look that I get. And he's probably going to shout at me. He's in the Skype right now. And who do you say he looks like?
James Dean. A couple of his pictures, he looks like James Dean.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. That's the first impression I got anyways.
So we shall see.
But I'm older than you, so what would you know about James Dean? Nothing, probably.
Darr.
I know. What song are you talking about?
I just said to him that he should sing that song that we were just playing.
Oh.
He would do it good, wouldn't he?
Oh, was he listening to the show, too?
Yes, he is.
Oh, well, hello there,
so we
then,
can say
Jordan.
all bad things about you, and then we'll have to be nice when you come on. Is that what we do? Mississippi by Charlie Pride. Roll On by Mississippi by Charlie Pride. That's the one, Jordan.
Yeah, that is. Nightcrawler said it brings back some good memories. That's what I love about music, man. It can take you anywhere you want to go. That's the beauty of it.
I want to know what the memories are. Well, he says, fishing with his dad, riding on the back road, sneaking out drinking with my buddies, high school stuff. Just really good feeling times.
Yes, sir.
That's
I got
awesome.
lots of tunes that take me to places like that. Donna knows that. She gets tired of hearing about me reminiscing about the past all the time. But it was good times, man. No hard work. Probably should have been, but I wasn't. Too busy having a good time. Anyways, speaking of Jordan Mogey, we've got one of his tunes. I got a bunch of his tunes here we're going to mix in through the next hour till we get to the top of the hour. He'll be here at 8 o'clock. And, of course, our main man, Sam, will be here about 7:30 or so. Hang on for that. And in the meantime, here we go, Jordan Mogey. This is Weekend Cowboys.
I'd love to be a cowboy.
Jordan Mogey, Weekend Cowboys. I already got a favorite Jordan song anyways.
You do?
I do, Luke the Drifter. I think that's a bad tune.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
Well, I suggest that you get it put on then, so we can hear
I'm saving it.
Oh,
I'm
you're
saving
saving
it, yeah. I want to save it toward closer when he gets here. But I like that tune. That's pretty cool. And my daddy was a railroad man, or I'm not even sure if that's the name now after I looked at the files that were sent over. But anyways, I know he knows what it is. That's another cool song. But I'm all about trains anyways, so that's cool. And then I just got this Set 'Em Up Joe, which was another cool tune, which was a Vern Gosdin tune, I believe.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. So there's some very good stuff from this guy. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to hear his voice versus his singing voice, because that's what always trips us out about these people.
Yes. You know, we had someone on the show a few weeks ago, Paul Marcel, and he doesn't talk like he sings, does he? You know,
not at all.
You just do not expect him to sound. I guess he just sounds a lot deeper in his singing voice than he does when he's talking.
I know. Well, like Steve.
Yeah.
You can hear.
Steve.
Yeah, yes. When Steve talks, you can hear the depth in his voice, but when he sings, you can hear
like
it, but it's a little bit higher pitched or something.
That.
You ain't even going to come close. Don't even bother trying. And here's a gal who's going to join us next Saturday. This is Donna Joe.
Yes, Donna
Joe. Howdy, this is Donna Joe. Please join us on the Yanki and Brit Show, June 10th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. We're going to have a great time and hope to see you there.
Donna Joe, straight out of Georgia, going to be joining us next weekend on the Yankee and the Brit Country
Yes, she
Saturday
will.
night.
And she's a gorgeous girl, isn't she? She's just lovely.
Yeah,
she's amazing.
she's a hot little gal.
Yes.
One of them Georgia gals. Nothing but trouble by looking at her.
Yes, I agree. Totally trouble.
At least that's the way I see it. By request, Ray Griff. It rains just the same in Missouri. No, it doesn't. That can't possibly be the same rain. Texas has a whole bigger rain. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything. Well, no, not everything. Randy, put it back in your
Ah,
trousers.
what? You're out of here. Get lost. How is everybody? Country Saturday Night Yankee and Brit, the RTM Radio Network, 725.
And our
Jordan
guest-
Mogey is our special guest tonight, and if you interrupt me one more
One
time,
more time, husband.
I swear to God,
I
I'm coming
started
over there.
first. Jordan Mogey joining us at the top of the hour.
You actually got something right.
Yeah, just don't ask me what time it is. 2 a.m. in the morning for him. Is he just off his flipping rocker or what? Is he crazy?
Well, if his time zone is the same as...
Yeah, it's going to be 2 o'clock in the morning for the poor
yeah,
guy.
you're right. It's 1:25 now, so there you go.
So if you hear some snoring on the Yankee and the Brit show, it is not Jordan. He'll be the husband.
It'll be both of us over here. All right, Jordan Mogey, So Goddamn Lonesome. I love this tune, man. Isn't it? Everybody's man, Willie Nelson, Still Not Dead. With Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network.
And Cora's in the chat room still. Say good evening to Cora.
Oh, there she is, the lovely. Good evening, Cora. Cora.
Gorgeous Cora. is
How
in the
are you,
chat
love?
room.
Looking
Hey.
pretty good there, lady. Thank you for all the nice things you say about us, too.
Yes, thank you for sharing our post. If you like what you hear, share it.
You're the only one that says anything nice about us.
Yeah, the only
Donna
one.
never says anything nice about us. I can't believe I'm married to that bloody bastard. What a wanker, blah, 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 blah.
That's our bedroom talk. You know it gets you all wound up.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm glad you finally filled me in.
He says, talk dirty to me.
Yeah, and all
exactly
I get
what
is,
I do.
All I get is... Jeez.
You are so
RTM
good.
Radio Network. It is a country Saturday night. Jordan Mogey is our guest. He'll be here in just a tad under a half hour. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait. Also, here's the man with a plan, the one we can all stand. He's the greatest in the land. He's our weatherman. He's Samo.
Good evening, Randy and Donna.
Hello, Samo.
Your Grayson County Bells, Texas 7-day weather forecast looks like this. Cloudy skies this evening, followed by scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight, low of 67. Winds light and variable, chance of rain 60%. Tomorrow, 60% chance of rain and thunderstorms. Expect almost an inch of rainfall, high of 82, low of 67. Monday, a 50% chance of rain and thunderstorms, high of 83, low of 65. Tuesday, sunny and clear, high of 89, low of 63. Wednesday, sunny and clear, high of 84, low of 61. Thursday, sunny and clear, high of 85, low of 63. And for Friday, a 10% chance of rain, mostly sunny, high of 87, low of 66. Currently outside RTM Radio Studios, the barometric pressure's at 29.84, cloud cover 63%, winds from the east at 1, humidity 77%, and under mostly cloudy skies, it's 77 degrees. From the 96.7 FM SouthNet 1 Weather Center in Daytona, I'm Samo. Now let's get back to kicking country with Randy and Donna on the RTM Radio Network.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Samo. Jordan Mogey, he's the man with the plan tonight. He's our featured guest. Very good stuff. You're going to love all his music. Let's try this one out. We're featuring his music right on up to the top of the... Taylor Marie. Boy, that's a wicked tune, man. I just like the feel of that. It's got that slinky, silky, smooth kind of thing going on. The RTM Radio Network. Randy Man and Donna. Donna's over here typing the hell out of this laptop over here. What are you doing to it?
I don't know if you're
You're gonna
beeswax.
punch holes right through the keyboard over there.
I know.
Nice to see you. Excuse me. Nice to see you busy over there. Up comes the cheese. Anyways,
I know, I was wondering what you were doing there. So, don't forget,
enjoying that
guys.
sandwich.
I said, don't forget, guys, top of the hour, 8 p.m. Central, 2 a.m. UK. Jordan Mogey will be joining the Yankee and
That's
the
right. 20 minutes
Yes,
from
he
now.
will.
Going to be very cool. You guys got some awesome music, too. In fact...
I wonder whether he talks as deep as he sings.
I don't know. He might have an Irish accent. You don't know.
Fancy
He
that.
could be playing with his Blarney Stone over there, if you know what I mean.
You don't want to know what he's doing, Jordan. If you're still listening, you don't know what he was doing with his hand.
You might have said, I'm hanging up now. I've had enough. All right. Jordan Mogey. My daddy was a railroad man. Very cool tune, of course. Bob Randall joined us on the show last weekend. What a funny guy. We had a good time with him. Give me a second chance with the Yanky and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. Uncle Larry, my friend, how are you?
Larry in the chat room.
I know. Larry, look at this. Larry says, I use platinum stars now. They're harder to get.
I know. Only the best for the Yankee and the Brit. He normally gives us about 20 stars. When we first started it, he used to give us about 5 gold stars. Now we've really earned our way up to 20 odd gold stars. And now he's gone to platinum. Now he's platinum before gold or after.
Yes.
I hope he's not skimping on these
It's
stars.
better than gold.
Oh, in that case, we are honoured to be receiving 20 platinum stars tonight.
If that's the case, Larry, Donna and I want to sing you a tune, and we're going to see how many stars we can get out of this. It's me, myself, and the wife. The old man and his horn, just for Uncle Larry. The old man told his story about the years gone by. How he played his horn down in New Orleans, and some old dingy died. I knew 'em all back then, he said, as he reached out for his horn. He closed his eyes, wet his lips, and then the blues were born. He played with so much feeling, tears came from his eyes. He stopped and reminisced a bit, and then he gave a sigh. He said, you know, I almost made it, but that was before your time. Dixieland, Ho-Ho Blues, Scatman Jack and wine. Slapped his knee and gave a grin. It sure was good back then. Reaching for his home on the floor. Placed it in an old tote sack that hung across his back. He said goodbye and shuffled out the door. Enthused by what it told me, I never got his name. So I called the waitress over and started to explain. A tired old man, his tarnished horn, and memories of years gone by. How he played his horn, reminisced, smiled with tear-dimmed eyes. She said, you are mistaken, there's been no one but you. But I know who you're talking about, I used to know him too. You'll find him down on Mason Street, in the back of an old churchyard. A stone that reads, rest in peace. I tried, but it sure was hard. Slapped his knee and gave a grin. It sure was good back then. Reaching for his home on the floor. Placed it in an old tote sack that hung across his back. He said goodbye and shuffled out the door. He said goodbye and shuffled out the door. There it is, the Yankee and the Brit and the old man and his horn, just for Larry on his 80th birthday.
I know, and Larry has promised that he will still be here to have a 100th birthday show, so we're going to have to sing him an extra special song for his 100th birthday
Yeah, we'll
song.
sing that one live if he lives that long.
Hey, look, Lee Godfrey is in the chat room.
No, it cannot be.
He says,
It
hi,
is
I'm
Lee.
Mr. Yankee Moff and Mrs. Yankee Moff.
Yanker off is what I do. How are you, Mr. Truck
Yankee
Driver?
Moff is what I do. Where you put that fag at? Come
Why
on.
don't you put this fag
Help
out?
me breathe tonight. We've got an interview in a few minutes. You don't want me keeling over.
Let me hold this closer and do me a favor. Breathe deep.
Oh. Put 'em up. Put 'em up, bitch.
Oh, hey. Time for some more Jordan Mogey before he gets here. 7:52, 10 minutes away. Actually, less than that. This is my favorite Jordan Mogey tune. This is such a slick little ditty here. Jordan Mogey and Luke the Drifter.
Does it give you enough time to get a sandwich this time?
It's a Yankee and a Brit, the RTM Radio Network. Jordan Mogey and the Train of Love. Got a lot, man. That's just the guitar, the whole thing, man. He's got this James Dean look going on. He's ready to join us.
Sitting on your porch swing with the Yankee and the Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
Donna gets all excited about this stuff. All righty then.
Say hello, David Tennant.
Hello.
Hello. See, he replied. How are you doing over there?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh my gosh, listen to your deep voice.
Yeah.
Has anybody told you you look like James Dean?
I get told that a lot, yeah.
Yeah, you
Dude.
got that look going on.
Oh my gosh, you do sound Scottish.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually sound more Scottish. I'm actually closer to Scotland than a lot of places in Ireland,
Oh wow.
believe it or not.
Where are
Cross
you in
it.
Ireland?
I'm right up on the north coast of Ireland. If you've ever heard, you've maybe not heard of it. You've heard of Bushmills whiskey, have you?
Bushmills?
Yes, whiskey. They make whiskey. It's very famous.
Ah, and where's the place?
It's up on the north coast of Ireland, but we're about eight miles across the sea from Scotland and 50 miles from Belfast, so I'm closer to Scotland, really.
Ah, so we've just been playing some of your music. It's bloody awesome.
I'm glad you said awesome there. I thought you were going to say awful.
Well, I was just being nice.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So we just played Train of Love. Tell us about that song. Is that one that you wrote yourself?
No, that's actually, I can't remember who wrote it now, but it's Johnny Cash done it in the 50s.
Ah,
I would be a big Johnny Cash fan, and he done that one, as I say, in the 1950s. I love all his early recordings. I've done quite a few of them, actually.
I did say you sounded a little bit like Johnny Cash, and Randy was like, no, not Johnny Cash.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
you do.
All right, tell me about Luke the Drifter.
Luke the Drifter, well, that's sort of a tribute song to Hank Williams, you know.
Yeah, I got that.
Somebody sent me a quote one time about new country music not being country music, and I got thinking about it and rang my pal in Chicago, and he liked the idea I had for the song, and we wrote it in about, I'm sure, maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh.
So it's basically a ghost story, like, you know what I mean? He's coming down. Would he be welcome now if he did come down, you know?
Oh, that's one of my favorite ones of yours so far. I think that's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Do I get the idea that you were over here in the States at one time?
I was over not that long ago, actually. I was over in Nashville doing some writing with a few friends over there. I would love to. I'm actually planning to go back out there again and maybe going to Texas as well. So.
Oh, come on down.
You just want to see the devilishly handsome Yankee and the Brit. I know.
Oh, of course. Well, my friend that I was staying with in Nashville is actually a Texan. So.
Oh, you'd love it around here. How did that
Yeah.
go? How did it go over with your accent and everything? Everybody enjoy that?
Yeah, well, I had to tone down my accent a bit so that people would understand me, you know. But yeah, it went well. You know, I got to write with a lot of great people and meet a lot of great people.
He reminds me so much of Harry Lafe. Remember I told you about him?
Yeah.
I worked with him at the sign shop. He was Scottish, but I'll tell you what, the guy was awesomely funny. I could hardly stand being around the guy. He made me laugh so much.
Is your accent part Scottish because of you being so close there? You know, are you brought up around people that are Scottish and Irish, or are you just, I don't know actually.
Yeah, well, we've talked that way. People around this area have talked this way for centuries. Obviously, I don't know that on a first-hand basis, but they've travelled back and forth. You know, we were all part of the one kingdom he called it the Kingdom of Del Riata way back, you know. And actually, my great grandfather and my 2 times great grandfather were actually Scottish as well. So I have Scottish blood in me.
Ah, yeah, I think you sound more Scottish than Irish.
Yeah.
How do you manage? And well, I guess that's not the right way to say it. But you sing so well in English.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that just come from your heart, from your soul? Where does that come from?
I think there's sort of there's a universal accent for singing. You know, it's you have to say your words more clearly, and I think everybody just has a universal accent when they're singing.
You think the music allows you to do that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. You sound so awesome when you're singing.
Thank you.
Yeah, the whole. I told Donna, I said, because we had seen the part where you were over here in the States and that. And I said, well, maybe he lives over here and he's from Scotland or something. So we were trying to figure that out. And I said, well, maybe he's from Ireland and he had moved over here and stayed for a while and went back home. We weren't sure. But your singing is just unbelievable, how crystal clear it is, and that deep voice, man, it just resonates. It's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Do you write a lot of your own songs, or a lot of these songs that others have done?
I do write a lot of my own stuff now. I've released a couple of albums. This will be my second album now, Cowboys, Drifters and Angels. I wrote 7 songs on that, and there's 5 covers. But the next album, I'm going to do a full original album, maybe a stripped back sort of acoustic album,
That sounds amazing.
Now, do you have a recording studio over there?
Yeah, well, I would record with a guy I know. He's a good producer and engineer. He doesn't live far away from me, and he does a great job, I must say. Like, he always gets a great sound out of and he gets the feel of the song. He always has a good ear for what should go where and things.
Yeah, well, if he's the one produced some of these songs, he did a hell of a job. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he done a good job. He did.
So that's what you came to Nashville for, too, was to record there?
No, it was actually to write. It was more a writing thing, I got to write with Gerald Smith, who's the Georgia Quacker, he's better known as. He was on Hee Haw, the programme, years ago, and he co-wrote What Part to Know for Laurie Morgan.
Oh.
He co-wrote, what was the other one? The Lone Ranger by George Jones, and he's written for George Strait, and just a who's who of guys. And he's just a real nice guy,
How long?
Then the other...
No, go ahead.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
One of the other guys was Max Maxon. He was the Texan who I stayed with. He co-wrote with Garth Brooks. He actually got a gold disc for the song. It was From Where I'm Sitting, I Can See Where We Stand for Gary Allen. So we got to write along with him as well, and a few other guys, Randy Fincham and Nick Nichols, guys like that. They were all great writers and great people as well.
Yeah, that's a great list of names. How long have you been in the music business?
I've been in the music business, I'm coming up now in 4 years, so relatively short time,
How old are you?
Well, whenever I tell people this, whenever they listen to me, whenever they listen to my voice, they don't believe me, but I'm actually only 23.
Wow.
No, I'd
So
say
you've
not.
done so well in such a short space of time. Wow. Do you play any other instruments?
I play guitar, I play a bit of mandolin, harmonicas. I can play bits of everything, but nothing. I haven't mastered any of them yet.
Aha.
Well, are you let's see, how do I want to say it? Are you popular or famous in Ireland and Scotland over that way more so, or and are you just getting into the United States now?
Yeah, well, I'm popular enough, I would say. I do more like theatre shows really than. There's a lot of dancing and things over here, so I don't really do that kind of music, because I would usually do like slower stuff and ballads, being a big honky-tonk music fan, like Vern Gosdin and Johnny Paycheck and George Jones and guys like that. So I would tend to go for the concerts and the theatres, and there is a market for that, and I love doing it. But
is that the music that you've grown up with?
Yeah, well, I grew up with a range of different styles of music, like from Dean Martin to Hank Williams,
Ah, because I just wondered, because me being from the UK, you very rarely hear that much country music over there, and the country music that you do hear is people like Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
And Gene Pitney. You don't really hear the country like you hear the country music over here, and I just thought, is it big over where you are?
Yeah, it is. It was it. And it is. It's going sort of modern now as well, the same as a lot of American stuff. But I was lucky because my uncles and my great uncles all were record collectors, and they they would always have played like Tom Paul and the Glazer Brothers, Marty Robbins, Slim Whitman, and all the really old guys, Roy Acuff, people like that. And I just fell in love with the music from I was about 3 or 4 years old.
All of the ones that were born and gone before we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are even older than I am, by a long way.
I see your dog's joining in your interview.
Yeah, and my dog's actually called Cash, named after Johnny Cash.
Does he wear black?
Oh, no, he doesn't wear black, no.
Hope he doesn't have a burning ring of fire.
No, he's fine.
So, are you writing any songs at the moment?
Yeah, well, I try to write every day, whether it's poems or short stories I would write, and then songs as well. So if like writing with people on set days, over Skype, and I have a friend there in Chicago. We write songs over the phone. He's another Irish guy, but he lives over in Chicago now, and between us, we must have about 200 songs. We're just trying to get through them all, and he's recording some, and I'm recording some, and we're pitching them to other people as well.
Wow. And what do you write your songs about?
Well, it just depends, sometimes a song can just come from out of nowhere, or somebody can say something, or it's something that you went through, or something that your co-writer went through that you sort of trying to get an understanding with. I think it's trying to put yourself in a position, because most of the time you're writing from experience, but it's partly fact and partly fiction. There's an artistic thing and a creative thing about it, and it can be very frustrating, but I love it. It keeps me awake at night. Let's put it that way.
Do you work as well as your music?
No, well, my music is my full-time job. Yeah.
Do you go up on stage?
Oh yeah.
Is radio a big thing around your area?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, there's a few stations here, but I live in the north of Ireland, Northern Ireland, so we're pretty small. We only have a population of 1.7 million people.
Whoa.
And London has 2.5, I think. So a single city's bigger than our whole country,
Oh, wow.
What's the closest big city to where you are?
Big city would be Belfast.
Oh, all right then. I know about the general part of the country you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the map. Let's see what we got here. Island Cove Bed and Breakfast. Is that in your neck of the woods?
What'd you call it?
Well, it says Island Cove Bed and Breakfast, but I see Port Ballantrae and let's see. Oh, these are hotels and things. Giant's Causeway.
Oh, that's very close to me.
Okay, because I see the old Bush Mills Distillery. That's the first thing on the list that popped up when I searched Bush Mills.
Yeah.
Is Gary up in that neck of the woods?
Gary's in Scotland.
That's
in
right.
Scotland.
See, I can't keep the two apart.
No, Derry's just about half an hour from me.
We have a friend in Londonderry.
It's actually the same place, believe it or not.
Ah.
I see Derry Keegan.
Derry Keegan, you're really going into the places. That's a very, very small country place you're talking about there.
That's what I like. The less people, the better.
Yeah.
Do you do, I think we asked this, but I'm not sure, do you do a lot of small bars kind of places, or is it all just basically sticking to the fairs and things?
No, they're more theatres, the concert, sit-down kind of things, small theatres, and is really my thing,
Ah,
So I guess
nice.
the only way I can put this is, are for lack of a better term, are you famous in your area? I mean, are you really popular around there?
Yeah, I'm sort of getting there, I'm popular enough. I do tours over the UK and Ireland, and I've been actually, this will be a weird one, I've been to Sri Lanka twice on tour.
Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
Really?
I know it sounds weird, but they love country music. They love it.
Ah.
Well, that's just, there's Londonderry right there. That's just, that's just remarkable.
It's kind of weird, and they speak better English than I do,
Yeah, but you do speak their language. You sing. That's the language between all of us.
Yeah. It crosses all barriers.
Yeah, it does. That's the beautiful thing about music.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your really, really early musical memories, when you was really, really young? What's your...
Yeah, probably hearing Elvis for the first time. I think Elvis was the first voice I ever heard, and I remember having to get my hair combed back and whenever I was only 3 or 4, and I had to be wet, so it was black, I had to be
Did you learn? Did you learn to curl your lip?
Oh yeah, I done all that. And I wore leathers and all that there, and whenever I was very small and things, you know. As well.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
That's
thank you very much. Yeah.
See, you can do it. So, do you do any of Elvis's music at all?
I actually don't, you know, maybe not at my shows, like, but if I was sitting at home or doing a sort of what you would call a guitar pull or something, I might sing an Elvis song.
But you probably sing along with all of his songs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have a bad habit of that too.
He's excellent, like yes, he was.
That's pretty awesome, though.
Yeah.
You got a voice for it, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
so you don't work. This is your job. How long is it? How long have you been doing this for a living now?
I've been doing this for a living now, coming up in 4 years now.
And you're only 25?
3.
23.
3.
Yeah.
Keep up.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, I'm white, I'm blonde, and I'm an American. I can't keep up with shit anymore.
It's worse than blonde. You're red-headed with loads of freckles. Let's not go there.
Don't you start
You're
that
probably-
ginger shit.
You're probably either Irish or Scottish somewhere there.
Believe it or not, a touch of Irish in there.
Aye, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that yet. I got the attitude like an Irishman. A
The
drunken,
fighting Irishman.
a drunken, pissed off one at that.
Oh, they're all like that.
Exactly. That's the way I know for sure.
Yeah.
So, did you say you just released an album, or you just about to? Did you say?
I just released one, Cowboys, Drifters, and Angels.
Cowboys.
As I said, it's a 12-track CD. There's 7 original songs on it and 5 covers.
Well, I didn't know
So I had a
that.
lot of fun recording that. But I hope to get back into the studio very, very soon and record some more songs.
Oh, here's your album right here.
I was just about to ask, where can we purchase your album?
I think this is it. It's in a torrent. Somebody stole it already.
Already?
It says it's a torrent download. Aren't those usually pirated ones? No,
I'm not sure.
This is ZTA, Jordan Mogey, Cowboys, Drifters, and Angels.
That's the one, yeah.
Oh, if I didn't see, there's that James Dean face right there.
That's the David Tennant
Yeah.
look I was telling you about. You see the long jacket?
Yeah.
You know, that. Do you watch Doctor Who, Jordan?
Yeah, I used to, yeah, yeah.
And that look where he stood outside the TARDIS and he's really in big trouble with the Oods and he stood there looking all down in the dumps. That's that look.
She's turned this buddy Yank into a Who fan. I like it too.
I've always got James Dean, but I never ever heard that I looked like David Tennant before, ever.
I can see the Irish in his face, though. It is there, but I still see James Dean more than anything. And I think it's the way you have your hair flipped up on the front is what is really setting it off.
Yeah.
So the women must really go nuts over that. You're not married, I take it?
No, not married. Don't intend to be
Oh,
anytime soon.
he's smarter than I thought.
Yeah.
If I'd have known this, we'd have pinched some of these songs off of here. Nice. We're going to have to come back and look at those. We've got all kinds of music. And just in the short years that you've been doing this, you've got all kinds of stuff out there. So you must really be cranking out the music.
Yeah, I like to do a lot of. I like to have a variety of stuff, so there's something in there for everyone.
What made you want to do Set 'em Up Joe? Is that because you're a Vern Gosdin fan?
I'm a huge Vern Gosdin fan. Yeah, huge. I think he's probably the greatest country singer of all time.
We had his wife, Beverly Godson Knight, on the show with us about a month or so ago or two.
Yeah.
She's telling us all kinds of stories. She's on Facebook if you ever want to get in there and chat with her.
Yeah, I've been in contact with her there, and she's a lovely lady.
Oh, all right then.
It's amazing. She said some nice things about my music too, so it was nice to hear that.
Well, I can understand why. It's all good. Haven't heard a bad thing yet.
Yeah.
Where is the band from that you play with on some of those songs? Are they all Irish?
They're all, they're all Irish, but they're all session musicians, so they're all brought in, they're not actually a band as such, they're just people brought in to play on the record,
Wow, they certainly can hit it all together at once. Boy, they sound good. That lead, I don't think it's a steel guitar that starts off some of your songs.
No, it's probably what you're hearing is a baritone guitar.
Well, I'll tell you what, whatever the first song was I heard of yours, and it was either Luke the Drifter or the Railroad Song, one of those 2 or 3 in there.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I heard was that guitar, and I decided right then I was going to listen to the rest of the song and see what went, and then it just got better and better and better as we went on.
glad to hear that.
Yeah, pass it on to those guys. They really nail it. It's funny, you know, and just, you know, honestly, from an American point of view, you just don't picture Irish, you know, singing like you do, or even being able to play that kind of music. It just, you know, like Donna tells me, the country's not a big thing in Britain, but yet I know it is, and it's just, you know, to think of a Brit singing country music is just kind of off the wall. But I guess that's the way we're all brought up in our own little space, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you classed as a Brit? I think you are, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we would come under the UK here in the north.
Sorry.
Oh. Hey, it's not all bad, is it? It's not all bad.
It's not all bad, no.
No, I'd like to come and have a look around, that's for sure.
You get to mix around with waifs and strays like myself. It can't be bad.
Can't be that bad.
Anybody else in your family musically inclined?
Yeah, my older brother was a country singer as well. So he was whenever I was younger.
Does he have any?
He gave it.
He got any music out anywhere?
He had a few CDs out now, but that was a good few years ago now. But he was a good singer. But his voice is completely different from mine. Like his voice was a lot higher than mine. So.
Oh, you'll have to say that again for Randy. My brother was a country singer, so he was.
My brother was a country singer, so he was.
That I've told him before about how some Irish people say "so he was" or "so I do."
Aye.
It's just
I've heard
it's just
Not completely new to it.
I think you've been watching too much Coronation Street.
Yeah, Jim McDonald.
Yeah, well, we don't all talk like that.
She sits in here and watches that long while she's working. It's like,
You talk like him. I am trying to keep my British accent, you know, because so many people are saying that I'm losing my British accent and that I'm sounding American or I'm sounding really messed up kind of British American.
You don't. I would know straight away. You were English.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'll sit in here and I don't really take much notice of what's going on in it, but I sit there and I will be just working. A lot of the time I'll just be working, but I'm just subconsciously taking it in. You know, sometimes I'll have Hollyoaks playing on in the background, whatever it is, just to, I just do not want to lose my accent, you know.
Are you what they would call a northern lass?
I'm a what?
A northern lass, are you?
I'm actually from the Midlands. I'm from Derby.
Midland?
Yeah.
All right.
being from Derbyshire, we even made I'm building my own railroad over here little by little. It's a very slow process, but I've already built a town called Donashire. So.
Yeah.
Because you know over there's always like Leicestershire, Nottinghamshire, Derbyshire.
Yeah.
All those places. So he's built a Donashire water tower thing because he's building like a little railroad station over here.
Cool.
Tribute to the wonderful wife I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone that was mad enough to marry me.
Well, fair play.
I think it goes beyond mad.
It does go beyond mad. You should have been thinking like Jordan and never say I do.
Do you do you ever do any live Facebook at all?
No, I actually don't. No, it's not a thing I ever do. I would sometimes record a video with like an acoustic, sitting with an acoustic guitar and post a video, you know, but I never actually do the live videos, you know.
A lot of people over here are doing that, and they all, we usually ask everybody what they think about doing their Facebook Live things, and they all seem to think it's a great thing. It's been getting them out there. You know, I just wonder if that's your benefit, you know, trying to get over here into America a little bit.
Yeah, it seems to be good. I might try it, you know, I might just do some. We had a live video just in the house here one time, me and a friend of mine sitting playing guitars and singing. I think we sang for about an hour and a half, like, but, it wasn't staged or anything. It was just off the cuff, as we would say.
Cowboys and Drifters. We have just had an email off Caroline, and she sent us some Cowboys and Drifters.
We have all this already.
Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah, that is what she's already sent us.
Yeah, and
I didn't realise that we had that album there. We just saw the separate
Cowboy
songs.
and Drifters when we first started.
Thank you, Caroline. Yeah, she sent us over some lovely music.
Yes.
I might put some of that actually on our memory stick, and we can jam to it while we're driving down the road.
Did you just crack one open?
I did, yeah.
Oh, and didn't even ask us if we wanted one.
No, I'm afraid it's only Coca-Cola.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't ask them.
He's giving himself a bit of sugar because it's like it must be heading on for 3 o'clock in the morning where you are. Are you not tired?
No, I don't really get tired.
I was hoping you had some Jameson in that can.
Oh, no, only Bushmills.
Never tried that. I'm a Jameson man.
Oh, no, see, if you tried Bushmills, you would be a Bushmills man.
Well, send a can over, a bottle.
Aye, a bottle, yeah.
In fact, while you're at it, send a whole keg.
Yeah.
You can probably get a whole keg fresh.
Send you a barrel. barrel of whiskey.
Send 2.
Yeah, why
I
not?
hate to see it sit over there and go to waste.
Yeah.
So, where can these guys purchase your music? I know we saw a site earlier. What was it called? ZT or?
I
There's
closed it up now.
what do you call it? irishmusic.co.uk sell it. The other places would be shops in Ireland, but the UK, you'll be able to get it on eBay or Amazon
Ah, okay.
and all those outlets. And it will be going up on iTunes as well for anybody that wants to download.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that site that you was on, that we was looking at earlier, and it showed people was downloading the music.
There it is,
So,
right
Yeah.
There's the Irish music.
irishmusic.co.uk you can get it from.
What does the CO
Yeah.
stand for?
I really don't know.
Do you know what the CO stands for?
Do you know what
I
.com
don't.
means, husband?
What means?
.com.
.com, it means commercial site.
Ah, okay.
But I don't know what CO is, because I always see whatever .co.uk, and I wondered what the CO was supposed to mean.
I'm not sure.
Now there's a David Tennant look, if ever I saw one. Look at his David Tennant hair.
That's a bloody James Dean right there. Look at that. So
Yeah, I would tend. I'll agree. I'll agree. It's James Dean. I'll settle for James Dean.
Do the girls give you a hard way to go because of that? Or do you give them a hard one?
Well, I try to anyway.
You're young. Get it while you can.
Yeah, you're right. I hope we'll be doing it for a long time yet.
Hope not. Yeah, that's 2 nice-looking albums. There's quite a bit of tunage there, too.
And I take it you've got a Facebook page, and do you have a website?
I have a website as well, jordanmogeymusic.com.
And you have your Facebook page. I think I saw that earlier, don't I?
Facebook page as well, and Facebook music page. All the usual
No,
stuff.
are you pushing to get into the United States now? I mean, are you ready to go there?
I'm sort of just taking it easy. I'm just laying back and doing things very, very slowly and writing songs and recording, and I'm happy doing that. But if the opportunity arose, I would definitely go.
You said your website was jordanmogey.com?
Jordan Mogey Music.
Or Jordan Mogey Music. Well, it doesn't seem to be working. Ah, there it is.
Yeah, we've got you. Oh my gosh, is that contact lenses?
Hmm?
I said, is
Contact lenses.
that other picture that just come up, his eyes are like really, really blue. Look at those eyes.
Believe it or not, that's actually just my eyes.
Wow. Bloody hell.
I'm going after an Irishman.
Not this one.
Wow, that's blue.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years, Jordan Mogey?
Well, I hope to be lying in a boat somewhere in a Caribbean island or something.
Ah, Balmoney.
Ballymoney, yeah.
Now, where is that at?
That's up the near the Giant's Causeway. Do you ever watch a TV show called the Game of Thrones?
We haven't watched it, but we stole the music from it one time.
Yeah, some of it was filmed or up around near where I live. There's a lot of places in it that we call it.
Here we go. South of Dublin.
Oh no, north of Dublin, way north.
Yeah,
There's
there's a Ballymoney coming up below.
There must be 2 of them then, because this is down by, let's see, what we call it in. Hillview Close, Greenfields, it's off of M1.
That's the M11, dear.
Courttown, River Chapel, Gorey, Cloniton.
No, that's there is another Ballymoney down in Wexford or somewhere down south, but there's another one up north.
I'll have to look a little deeper then. That one didn't come up. I love to look at these places where people are from. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
So Randy has 10 special questions for you. Go ahead, Randy.
Yeah, you able to handle a couple questions?
I'll do my best.
All right, in your best Irish, what is your favorite word?
My best Irish. That's a tough one. Well, most of the words I use, as I say, are influenced by Scots. So I would probably say we would call your head your head.
Your head.
So your head. If you've probably heard the phrase, Donna, you're off your head.
Yeah, I always say you're off your head or off your rocker.
Yeah. Well, you see, we would say you're off your head.
Yeah.
Your head. Love it.
You're off your head.
What's your least favorite word?
I don't think I have one. I love them all.
The next one, and these just get better. What turns you on?
Country music, cold beer, country music, and long-legged women.
Aye, now we got something to talk about. Long-legged women. All right. I knew I'd like this guy. What turns you off?
I'm not sure.
Short-legged
know.
woman.
Short-legged woman, yeah.
Big bottoms.
That'll do. No, I like those.
You do? Oh, you're gonna love me then. I've got a whole mantelpiece as a behind.
You should see the candelabra we got sitting on there.
Yeah, you could rest your carriage clock on there.
All right. I hate when you do that. What sound do you love?
What song?
Sound.
Sound. Steel guitar.
What sound do you hate?
Probably drums.
It must be the way I say sound. Everybody says that. What'd you say? Nobody can understand when I say that.
It's that Yankee accent.
Must
of
be that
yours.
Yankee accent. That's what I was
You
going to
don't
say.
have to talk funny.
It's a damn Yankee. Don't forget. What's your favorite curse word?
So many to choose from.
Have you got a favorite one in Irish?
Yes, do Irish people swear? My little Irish grandma used to stamp her feet and say "fizzing shagging idiots."
I we get that. I like the term we would say "notter." We don't pronounce the T's, It's "notter."
Just like those Americans, you're lazy with your words.
Yeah.
And your American version
My American version.
of your favorite curse word?
I don't even know how you would say that in an American accent.
You say you bloody nutter.
That's very English, that there.
That's in my language. How would Randy say bloody nutter? Nutter.
Bloody nutter. You bloody nutter.
It'd be your bloody nutter.
Alright.
What?
That's not a bad accent.
I've got a good teacher over here.
Yeah.
What profession other than yours would you like to attempt?
I would probably try my hand at being an author.
Well, if you like to write, that would fit. Do you
Yeah.
do? Let me ask you outside of we got 2 questions left, but let me ask you outside of that. What do you drive?
I don't
You don't?
know.
Really? How do you get around?
Oh, I have plenty. I have lots of friends and things. I just say, "Can you take me here?" and they come and take me.
The correct answer.
That's where the long-legged women come in.
The correct answer is supposed to be
Yeah.
Ford. You're supposed to say Ford. Randy likes Ford drivers.
Well, if he doesn't drive at all, he can't have a correct answer. Oh, I wish sometimes I could live like that. All right, then. What profession would you not like to do?
No. That's hard to say as well. These are tough questions. I don't actually know.
I'm sure you wouldn't want to be a binman or...
I could probably do it. Like, it wouldn't bother me much. I'm a big animal lover. I probably wouldn't want to deal with, like, hurt animals or injured animals and stuff like that.
like be a vet and have to put them down.
Be a vet. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I'd have a tough time with that. I don't even like the idea of going out and hunting, but I'll tell you what, they sure as hell taste good. Number 10, the big question, the last one. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
That it was a country music fan.
They're always so easy with their answers. I'm looking for somebody to come up one day with a really long, drug-out answer. That's awesome. So, any last words, so to speak? I guess that doesn't sound right.
That's like a before we string you up.
before we close the casket, any last words?
Yes. Is there anything that you would like to add? You know, anything that we haven't asked you tonight? Anything that you would like to tell everybody?
No, I just want to say I've had a great time being on with you on your show, and thank you very much indeed.
Oh, we want you to come back because we want to sit around and talk some more. I want you to teach.
Yeah.
I want you to teach me some good Irish.
All right, I will. You'll have to work on that accent there.
Oh, don't worry about that.
You're close. You're close. You're getting closer.
Oh, sometimes I hit it on the nail and sometimes I don't. It depends on me attitude, don't you know?
You know who you sound like now? You sound like Fraser out of Dad's Army.
Who?
Dad's Army. Fraser out of Dad's Army. I don't think I've watched that.
You haven't told me anything about that.
Dad's Army. Yeah, you'll have to Google.
Oh, you have to watch that.
Dad's
Yeah.
Army.
Is that something funny?
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Well, you know, a lot of British stuff can be hit and miss. You know, like you know, some of the Only Fools and Horses. Some of those episodes are so funny, and
I love them.
yeah. But some of the episodes that I've shown Randy, you know, we've gone on YouTube and we've brought up a couple of episodes, and you know, because Randy doesn't know the characters, he doesn't see the humour behind some of the things that Grandad does, and some of the things that.
And don't get me wrong, I love British humour. It's very funny. Some of it. A lot of Yanks don't get it.
He doesn't get to see the whole picture, so he doesn't see why some of it's so funny. So, you know, it can be a bit of a hit and miss showing Randy some of the programmes that I used to watch. You know, we both love 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
I like the classics. I love the like of the Two Ronnies or anything like that. I love it.
Yeah,
What is that one?
Two Ronnies.
Oh, yeah, we watched a couple of those. Some of those were good, and some of them I didn't find so exciting.
I think it was very clever. The way it was worded, a lot of the stuff was very, very clever. It was more wordplay. I think Ronnie Barker was one of the cleverest writers there ever was. Like.
Yeah.
Are you even old enough to know that stuff?
I'm not actually old enough to know it the first time it was aired, but I'm into it, you know, and I would have collected box sets and things and watched them all.
He likes some of the Carry On movies. Did you ever watch any of them?
Oh, I love them. Kenneth Williams is a legend too.
Yeah, there's a quite, you know, some
Oh,
of
now those I find most of those very funny.
yeah, some of there's like play on words in those, isn't there? And
I like sarcasm, and I think that's what I like about the Brits and the Irish is the sarcasm that comes with a lot of that.
Yeah. It was great, and some of the facial expression, it was very visual comedy, like the facial expressions they used in the Carry On movies were absolutely fantastic.
Kind of a Benny Hill style.
Yeah, another great one as well.
Now he's one of the first Brits that I watched growing up as a kid, and from there I just fed on British TV as much as I could get over here at the time. Now we have it, you know, everywhere. I mean, you can go on the internet and find anything. YouTube, of course, has just about everything. But I just fell in love with a lot of British humor. It really is funny.
Yeah.
It's just like here, I guess. We have a lot of shows that are kind of retarded, but every once in a while you stumble on one that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got to ask you, who's Caroline Lowry?
Caroline's a good friend of mine, and she does all my, takes all my bookings for me and takes me places and all that there, you know.
Just wanted to make sure we get a thanks in there to her for
Yeah.
sending us all this music.
and Howard, is it Howard?
Yeah, Howard's a good friend of mine too. He helps me out a lot as well.
Howard Dean? Is that the name? No.
Howard D.
I can't remember
Howard
what
D.
his surname is, but I think it was him that I spoke to when I arranged to have you on the show.
Yeah. Could have been on the music page, yeah.
Yes.
Very good stuff. We still got a couple tunes of yours to play, so we're going to get those out here. But I just love it. I can't even thank you enough for being here.
Oh, well, thank you for having me on.
Is this
absolute pleasure?
This is through Skype, right?
Yeah, this is Skype. It's come through pretty clear.
This is one of the clearest conversations we've had. I think we're going to try to get other people to Skype through because this is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I can hear your accent plain as day, and my hearing's not all that good. So this is very nice. And like I said, we'd love you to come back, and not too long from now, because I could use a little touching up in me Irish, eh?
That sounds more like Newcastle in England. Down there.
No, don't be calling him a Geordie.
Now, if you want to call me anything, call me a Scouser. A Scouser. How do you do that?
A Scouse.
Yeah, my brother's in Liverpool, and you know, we love listening to the different accents. My brother is like a full-blown Scouser now. You know, he's lost his Derby accent completely.
Did he really?
Yeah, it's gone. He's got no Derby accent about him now.
Maybe he should be sprechen die Deutsch.
But that's why that's the reason that I do watch some of these British soaps. Like I say, you know, you could ask me what's going on in them, and I'm not really paying that much attention. But you know, I will eventually lose my accent, I think, and I'm trying to hang on to it. But another thing is sometimes the news can be on in the morning, and sometimes they'll have British news readers, because Randy will switch between American news and British news, and I don't even notice anymore that I'm even listening to a different accent. You know, it's like, I mean, you probably know yourself, listening to watching American films over the years, and watching British films over the years. Now it's like my brain's completely crossed. You know, it's like I'm crossed between the two now, right at this very point. I don't even notice You know, I could sit and watch a film for hours and not even think, have I listened to an American or have I listened to a Brit, you know?
Yeah.
You speak any other
Yeah.
different languages?
No, just I struggle enough with this one.
Well, you could have fooled me.
Yeah.
All right, then. I think we'll let you go finish your soda, Coke,
Yeah.
drink, whatever you call it. What do you guys call pop over there?
We just call it lemonade or a drink. Even if it's not lemonade, like we just call it lemonade anyway.
That's what they do in Texas. If they, they'll say, "Do you want a Coke?" and then you have to tell them what kind, whether you want Pepsi or orange or lemon
Yeah.
or whatever you want.
Yeah.
And where I grew
Yeah,
up, we
really.
called it pop, and where I lived in New York, they called it soda. I was just curious what you might call it locally over there.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes, we shall let you go.
There's Elvis.
He did this.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes, been a riot, man. Thank you. Got to come back sooner, though. We need to hear this again.
Well, I'll see you all later.
All right, then. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Mr. Mogey. Appreciate it.
Okay,
Really.
so thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Jordan Mogey with a Yankee and a Brit, the RTM Radio Network. That guy is awesome. I love his accent. He's going to teach me some Irish, don't you know. That would be good for me. I sure as hell could use it. Here we go. Jordan Mogey, Should We Be Together? With a Yankee and a Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
Random and Donna playing the best of independent artists.
I wanna be that
Set him up, Joe, Jordan Mogey. Donna just showed me a picture of David Tennant, and he's wearing that long floor-length, what would you call it? A duster kind of jacket. And I do see Jordan Mogey's looks in that one picture anyway, so I can see where she got it from. But thank you again very much,
Yes.
Mr. Mogey, for joining us, man. It's great to hear you. Of course, we love the accent. We're all crazy about that. Just like Donna makes me hot with her accent, you made me hot with your accent. So
Oh, I know. I'm going to lose you to an Irish Scottish man.
you lose me to an Irishman. Oh, that's terrible, terrible, terrible. All right, then. So there you go. Lots of Jordan Mogey stuff. The playback is available as soon as we end the show tonight, but you can also, if you want to hear just the interview itself, eventually Don will have it out probably by the middle of the week or so. You can check that out. Or, like I said, tomorrow morning when everybody gets up, come right over and listen to it. There you go. That's how it's done. Yankee and Brit, the RTM Radio Network.
Hi, my name is Christy, and I'm the daughter of the owner of DPF Regeneration. Now, we created 73 Lounge, powered by DPFRegeneration.com, when a group of YouTube truckers were inspired and joined together wanting to pay it forward. DPF Regeneration stepped up to join in, and our first debut will be in Dallas at GAC 2017, where everyone will be able to gather, visit with each other, and raise money for truckersfinalmile.org. Many well-known YouTubers, singers, songwriters, and artists will be making special appearances to raise money and awareness for this important cause. Please join us to visit with your favorite content creators and help spread the word about this important movement. We all need to join together and use our voices for something productive. Thank you very much for supporting us, and I hope to see you in Dallas.
Trains, trucks, and good old country music with the Yankee and the Brit on RTM Radio.
That would be us, Random Man and Donna, the RTM Radio Network on a country Saturday night. Thank you, Jordan Mogey.
And let's say hello to Laurie Schmidt. She says she's listening tonight.
Well, hello, Laurie.
She's got her feet up out in that back garden, along with Janet, no doubt, from next door, the one that climbs over the fence to listen to
Probably
the
got
Yankee
a
and the
bra
Brit
strap
show.
hooked on the fence.
Yes,
I'm just
yes,
dangling
I believe
here.
so.
Let me down.
So,
And
yes.
Deborah, how are you?
Yes, Deborah that holds the tits in the chat room.
Yeah, that was Joshua Stanley doing Maybe. That's a hell of a tune, man. And, of course, Bobby Johnson. Yes, we got all kinds of Bobby Johnson over here. All you got to do is ask. I'd be more than glad to play it.
And Jordan Mogey, what was that song that you said you liked earlier? I think you should play that one again.
Luke the Drifter?
Yeah, play that one again.
All
That's
right, but
awesome.
let's do some Zach Clifton first, and I'll get that loaded up.
Yes.
Zach Clifton and Mystery. I'll have to agree with Larry and Lee. X gets the square. Hard to believe this guy's 23 and he's Irish, not Scottish.
Yeah, he's Irish, but he says he lives very close to Scotland. So I think that's probably just the dialect of where he is.
And Larry says, really like Jordan, a great singer in the band, his He sounds a lot like Tommy Cash, and you also, Randy. Well, I don't know about me. I'm no Johnny Cash, that's for sure. I'm no Tommy Cash either. But great music, man. I love that stuff. We'll be playing that
And
on
he's
a
got
regular
a dog
basis, too.
called Cash.
And he doesn't wear black. Damn dog. I'll have to get his clothes changed. Yeah, that's some great stuff. Great guy. I love that accent. Makes me think, like I said, it makes me think of Harry. Used to have such a good time with him. And he was Scottish, but just had a hell of a time, man. Good people. Yanki and Brit, the RTM Radio Network, Saturday night country. What the hell day is it? Yeah, it's Saturday. 9:18's the time. Here's Paul Marhofer and Ellery. Oh, yeah. Gary P. Nunn and taking Texas to the world. I see, this is the first I've actually heard of. Well, Donna mentioned a little earlier. I didn't have a chance to check things out, but something about another terrorist attack in London. What's going on there?
See, now, had you not unfollowed Andy Fiddler, you would know.
Anyways, I don't know what's going on. London Bridge was one place, and they said there was another one somewhere not far from there, I guess. So I really don't know what's going on with that. I was trying to check that out. We'll have to see what's up. That's the main thing, not good. But other than that, everything seems to be all... Oh, what's that? Hey, it's the Larry clock. Well, hello there, Larry. What time is it? 9:33. It's a little late, of course, or early, depending on how you look at it.
I was just saying to Larry that the clock on the wall hasn't gone off for about 2 weeks, has he? He has just been so quiet over there on the wall.
I did hear it a couple days ago, a little bit of it.
Did you?
Yeah, it's very quiet, though. The battery's getting... Larry's battery's running out.
Larry says his younger years are catching up with him.
Well, we're just going to put a new battery in your ass and charge you back up. We'll fix
Yes,
you.
sir.
I'm not going to have none of that Larry battery running down shit on my watch.
And if you feel your arse being slapped, it's probably because we can't get the battery cover back on, so we're going to have to hit you with a hammer.
Slap it hard enough, you'll knock some shit right into it.
Yeah.
Or out of them, one or the other. Here's Tammany, all things Southern. She's going to join us on the show, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
When is that?
She will be here on the 1st of July.
Oh, I didn't even know it was on there. Oh, it's a month yet. All right, then. That's still going to be good, though. Very good. Tammany and all things Southern. The RTM Radio Network, Richard Lynch and Rhonda Vincent with the RTM Radio Network on a country Saturday night. Thanks again to Jordan Mogey with some awesome music, man. I can't believe the accent this guy has. And then to come along and sing such wicked tunage. And he sounds cool. I mean, it's all good. All very good stuff. Can't believe it. Nice to have you guys hanging out with us tonight. Nice to see you're here, Larry, enjoying yourself. That's not too bad. A couple of Cialis and a bottle of Coke.
Oh, sounds like a great night in, that does.
I'm
a
not
great
quite-
night up.
I know, I'm not even sure how to put that into words. Better get yourself a couple bathtubs and find somebody to fill the other one. Fill them with Coke, I guess. Take a couple Cialis and, I don't know. I'm not even sure what to say. What's a Saturday night without this guy? Steve Hickman and the Great Outdoors.
5 in 3, 2, 1. Hit it!
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. Never gonna let her go.
He ain't got laid in the month of Sundays. I caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. He drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby and I'm his honey. Never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on scrambled eggs. She swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking, keeps on ticking. Never gonna let her go.
He's got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's a whacked-out weirdo and a love-bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes and he's howling at the moon. He's my baby, I don't mean maybe. Never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves. The Yankee and the Brit, in spite of ourselves. The RTM Radio Network. That's it, folks. One more for the road, and we are toast. We are gone. Thank you so much, Jordan Mogey. It's been a great
Jordan
night with
Mogey,
you.
thank you, my friend. That's awesome.
Thank you for sharing your awesome music with these guys out here.
And thank you for knowing how to use Skype.
I didn't say we knew how. Yeah, we didn't say he knew how to use it.
Oh, well, anyways, it worked out all right. It was a good call, man. It come through nice and clear. If you haven't heard the interview, the show's available as soon as we hang up tonight. You can go right back and replay it. Or Donna will have the interview itself out there in a few days or so. You'll be able to listen to the whole thing. For you sleepyheads over there on the other side of the planet.
I know. All they do is sleep.
I guess. Anyways, we got to go, man. We love you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Larry, very much for showing up and hanging out with us tonight. Thank you, Deborah, and everybody else that's been here. We love you guys. So nice to have you come join us. Yankee and the Brit's the place to be. Radio living is the life for me. Airwaves spreading out so far and wide. Keep your FM, just give me that internet side.
Online is where I'd rather stay. I've got a lot of music to play. I just adore a Yankee view. Darling, I love you, but give me a show to do.
The Chat.
The Brats.
On air.
That's fair.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, British life.
The Yankee and the Brit on air.